So I am back, and today we're going to take a look at the Make Toys Chrome Dome, Cupola, whatever you want to call it. I don't know. But before we get into that, I have a little mini rant, kind of a taste of what my next week's rant of the week is gonna be. But this is about TF Source. I am pretty pissed off. So let me move this out of the way real quick. Alright, so it comes in this box. Now, I purchased this figure from TF Source. I purchased it at the full price, using some of my source points to lower the price a little bit, because at the time I didn't have everybody enrolled into the giveaway. So I did that. I didn't add any extra figures in to get the free shipping. I paid the full priority mail 2-day shipping. Alright. Ordered it, I think Monday. They shipped it Tuesday. I got it on Thursday. Now the box itself, this cardboard box, it's a little dirty. You can see. But overall, this box is in pretty decent condition. So nothing happened via mail. Alright. So what I get inside the box, I'm going to recreate the scene of how this was shipped to me from TF Source. And I'm not making this up. I'm not exaggerating. But I open it up, and that's what it looks like. They took the figure, they put it in this little plastic baggie, threw a little bubble wrap over it, shoved it in a box, and called it good. As you can see, there's parts that are not covered by the bubble wrap, because they didn't take the time to cover it properly. They didn't take the time to seal the bubble wrap around the package. They didn't even take time to make sure this bag was on all the way. They just grabbed it, threw some bubble wrap on it, tossed it in a box. Okay? Now, this is what I get on this box. If this was my figure, I wouldn't be so upset, because I'm not a box collector. I don't care for the boxes. I generally end up throwing them away. If I was a box collector, this is inexcusable. I mean, this thing is, it's destroyed. And this is how I get it. And it wasn't the post office's fault. That box was fine. So it's because they didn't wrap it, and maybe it got jumbled around real good while it was being shipping, or they smashed it before they sent it to me. I mean, are you kidding me? So, whoever wins this figure in the end, the figure's in perfect condition, no worries there. Nothing wrong with the figure, only the box. So whoever wins this, if this is fine with you, if you're like me and you're not a box collector, great, I'll send it right out to you. If you are a box collector, let me know. I'll contact TF Source and demand a new box, because this is inexcusable. They have completely lost my business from here on out. And I am just pissed off, because, I mean, seriously, there is no excuse for this at all. When I just spent, $137.99 plus the priority mail shipping on this thing. No excuse. None. I've never seen that ever. They used to brag about having bulletproof packaging. That you would get the box and it's going to be mint when you open it from the mail. This is not that at all. So, fuck off. Alright. I got that out of the way. So, aside from the damage on the box, so here it's got the nice silver chrome, great picture of the product, which I love. You guys know that. I think that's a great picture of the product. Looks like down at the bottom you got what's in the box. just flat black. It looks like there's maybe some artwork. Oh no, that's another picture of the product, just kind of shadowed out. That's pretty cool. Picture of the product. Looks like shadowed out leg, which is kind of weird. I think they should have done the car right here. If they're gonna do shadowed out figure, they should have done a shadow out car. That would have been kind of cool. And here we've got the different images of said figure. Most of it's all in Chinese, or I think Chinese. I can't read any of this, so yeah. All in all, great box aside from the fact that it's mashed. So again, if you guys are box collectors, let me know. Whoever wins, let me know, and I will contact TF Source and get a new one. Alright, now let's take a look at the figure. So here he is, and he's a big boy. He is really, really big. In my opinion, too big. But just awesome looking. This thing is just... this is just about masterpiece. I really like this thing. So here he is. He also comes with the instructions, which I actually haven't needed yet. Things get a little bit finicky here and there, but that's more like you can see where the tabs go into. And that's just the way they make Toys designs their figures, is a little too complicated for their own good. But it works because this guy's actually comes out really good. So he's got the red guns, same mold. Looks like he's got little blue paint right here. And the guns are really cool. Great design. This is what they used on their Giant. But it's got like this handle with this little slot in the back. So you can actually take that and slot it into his hand. So it's actually sliding in. So it's actually pegged in the entire length of his hand without having to like kind of cross wedge it like regular MPs. And then you close his fingers up, but it really doesn't matter because he's going to hold this pretty solidly. The only way to take it out is by pulling it straight out. So he holds it really well. They're good looking. And yeah, he's pretty cool. So he does have the headmaster gimmick. So we got the little headmaster dude here. You take his legs here and you untab them like that, and then you can close up the forehead like that and pull these legs down. They're really tight joints on the knees, but the hip joints are ball joints, so I don't like that. And there you go. There is the little headmaster dude. So just unfold him like you do pretty much any other headmaster. Head doesn't rotate. Shoulders on a ball joint. So you get a good, decent range of motion there. Forearms are on a hinge, and they got this big plate on the side for the head. They kind of seem like they get in the way of everything. I don't like them that much. Hips are on ball joints. Kind of limited there. And then there's that super tight knee. But yeah, there you go. That's your headmaster. I don't like it at all. I think they could have done a better job with the headmaster. But for me, when I buy this figure for myself, I will most definitely be keeping the headmaster on, because once you fold this back up and plug everything together, which because of the tightness of certain joints takes a little bit of doing, but so you get this all back together, and this thing is gorgeous. I love this head sculpt. For a headmaster, that thing's pretty spot on. And because of the size of the figure, the head doesn't look ginormous. It's a little bit bigger than it should be if he was just a regular bot, but it still looks pretty good on him, I think. Alright, let's go into posability here. Get the guns out of the way. His head is on a swivel. So just swivels left and right. No issues there whatsoever. He does have the forward bend so he can look down at people, like the Fans Project ones. This whole connector bit is very Fans Project-esque with their headmasters. So if you've seen that, you know what you're dealing with here. Shoulders are on ball joints, so up and down. There's a little wiggle here, and then they also have a hinge right here going into the bicep, so you can get this full range of motion there. So that's pretty good. There is a bicep swivel. I do wish there were a few more ratchets going on here, but you know, whatever. Backwards elbow bend and forwards elbow bend, so you know, get you full range of motion. Wrist swivels. Fingers are all on one pin, so opens and close. That's everything I need from a figure. Looks like it's just on a mushroom peg, so perhaps, you know, for those that want the super articulated fingers, perhaps we'll get some from KFC or something at some point. He does have a waist swivel. Now, in order to utilize it, you kind of have to move this back a little bit. His backpack here. Which, I mean, he cleans up real nice here, so but you can rotate it all the way around, no issues there. But if it's back there, the tires do get caught up on that, so just be mindful of that. He does have these skirtings, but they are solid piece. They don't rotate, so when you move his leg, he can only go it out right there if you're going straight, and you can go all the way back when you're going back. Now you can like kind of open it up a little bit and get a little bit more range of motion like that, and that works just fine. He does have in and out. Tire just popped off. If I can pop that back in. Oh, yeah, that just popped right back in. Okay. Alright. Okay, cool. We're good. I was like, oh my god, I just broke someone else's figure. Oh my god. Alright, so when you rotate it out, you get about there. Otherwise, that tire's going to get caught up and pop off. I don't like that. But at least it's on a joint that it went right back in. So it's just a pin, and it plugs right back in. So we're good. We're good. Now, of course, I want to play with it and pull on it until it pops out again. That's just me. He's got a ratcheted thigh, which is a little strange. I don't like that. And I've seen other people with it. They've got a little bit of a gap there. So there's that. He does have a bend at the knee. Yeah, just a single bend. So that's pretty good range of motion. Dice cast bits are knees, and these pins holding the tires on. I believe there's some more in him somewhere. Like the shoulder joints here, and then this big pin here. Foot is on a hinge, ball joint, swivel system. I mean, you get the rocker about to there, in and out. So you can do quite a bit with this guy, given you don't put too much pressure on these tires. So can we do Iron Man pose? Everyone likes the Iron Man pose. No, not really. But yeah, I think he looks great. I really like this guy. Actually, I really do. He's definitely going to be in my top 10 figures of the year. Alright, so to transform him, you want to take the head off, set that off to the side. You can take it and put it in robot mode, and you can put it in the car if you want to. I'll probably do that, but I don't really care for it. I've never been a fan of the Headmaster. Headmaster gimmick because of that. And then you can open this up, and he's got this chest panel here, and this is die-cast painted on. So, Alright, so this foot kind of came apart here. There are some things I don't like about it, but overall the figure's pretty solid. Flip this here out. Rotate the hands so they're forward. Rotate and fold it up like that. Then you can slide the forearms all the way up to the shoulders. Alright, so we got that part done. Now take this canopy, just move that up, get that out of the way, and let's see here. Tab these. There's a slot right here, and there's a tab underneath that plugs in, so you just kind of rotate that out. And things get a little tight in this whole transformation bit. You want to take these panels here and rotate them out, and then this can come out like that. So up, out, and then this will come down. Take these and slide them out like that. And then untab these from this top section, and that will pull this up. And then you want to take these and rotate these out like this. And this is also die cast right in here. So a lot of the joints on the inside are die cast, whereas most of the car itself is plastic. Then you can take this piece here and it rotates around like so. And before you get it all the way back, what we want to do here is take this whole assembly up here, and this will rotate on this pin here like this. Like I said, it gets a little complicated, but it's not too bad. Now these can come up, these tabs here and here can plug into these two slots there and there. So just kind of line those up, plug those in, and this will come back like that. Alright, now we got to work on the feet a little bit. Move this panel here out. This will flip out like so. Take the back section here and fold this up, and then you rotate this section here out and up. And there's a tab here that'll plug into this slot at the bottom of the foot here. So you want to try and line those up. It's a little hard to do, but you can do it. I have faith. There you go. Just like that. Leave these pieces here out for now. Then this piece can just fold up, however you want to. Just kind of keep it out of the way. That's a piece that just kind of, it's almost like a floater piece. I don't really care for it all that much. It's just there for aesthetics, for the robot mode, really. Pull this out. This will come out and tab in. All right. Now you can take the legs, and there's a tab here. They'll plug into the slot there, and then the foot has a tab here. They'll plug into that slot there. Alright, just like that. Alright, now this will rotate around and come in under here, like this. Come on, there we go. And then these arms will now slide into the back of the feet. This is where I started messing up quite a bit last night when I was playing with it. Trying to get everything lined up right and tabbed in properly is a little tricky. Just gonna get these slid in like so, and then you really want to make sure that this piece here is straight. It's one big straight piece. So you want to just make sure everything lines up just right. And then these shoulder bits, you want to fold all the way down, and those will become his seats, which is pretty clever. Yeah. Alright. So tab these in. There's a T-section tab here that plugs in there. And then there's a slot here that'll plug into this groove section there. And then this tab will go underneath the front bumper here. Or not the front bumper, but front section. Same thing on this side. As you can see, I don't have it all lined up properly. Things aren't quite working well for me right now with this guy. And then this piece here will come up like so. Tires will rotate forward. Down like that, and then you take this and this will come down and tab in here, and you got to get these pieces lined up a little bit better. See, it's not wanting to go in. This is one of the biggest problems I have with Make Toys. It's just they try and make these things super clever. And while I appreciate clever transformations, sometimes they don't really know what they're doing. But you get all these tabs tabbed in, and once you do that, it actually starts to lock in. And once it locks in, it's really nice. And then this piece will come up, plug in there, like so. You take these. And these will fold down. Even now it's not perfect, but probably about as close as I'm going to get today. There we go. And there you go. There he is in car mode. Like I said, it's not the perfect transformation, but he does roll. He's got a few bits hanging out. Oh, these will tab into the wrist like so, and like so. Of course, that makes other bits pop out because things aren't quite perfect. I'm sorry, guys. I got hit in the head earlier this week, and I got a concussion, so this stuff is kind of hard for me right now. But anyway, you guys know I'm not the best at transforming certain bits. But yeah, that's what the instructions show. Things aren't perfect. If I had more time, if I was going to display my car or something like that, I'd definitely iron that bit out. But I'm close enough, I think. You get the idea. You can take this piece and flip this back. That sits on the back here. Take the guns, flip the handles in just like so, and then you can tab those in to the back section here. And then you can take this section here, open it up, and there's his seats right in there. And you take your little dude, if you really want to, and just kind of fold him up a little bit, and you can plug him in to the car like that, close it up, and there you go. And it's actually got room for two of them, so that's pretty cool. I do dig that. Alright, so open this back up, and we'll get him back into robot mode real quick here. Yeah, like I said, I don't have the transformation completely mastered. It's not my figure, so I'm not going to sit here and continue to mess with it until I master it. And I don't want to put too much pressure on any of the joints, because again, it's not my figure. So pull these out. That popped off. Easy repair. Pull these panels here out. Like so. Open the hood up, just kind of get some clearance going on here. Tab the legs, pull this section here down, pull these out, and this assembly can come up like so. You want to rotate this up, and then you slide these together like so. Untab this section here and here, and push the arms back out of the feet. See, it's just a slider joint. I'm having some difficulties with this guy, and I like this thing. All right, we'll put that back on later. Rotate, flip the shoulder pieces back up. Kind of keep the arms out of the way. Untap the legs. Fold these bits out of the way. And then you can rotate this armature up all the way, like so. And then take this and rotate this around like this. These will fold up like so. And this comes here because that's the head bit, and this will rotate down. And you want to take these assemblies here. These will come up like this, and they kind of form like the lower back. And then there is two tabs here and here that will eventually plug into this slot right here. So these tabs to those slots. And it is really hard to show that off on the camera. This is one of those transformations. I can't even see what I'm doing here. Oh my god. So you guys, I can't see this on the camera and do this. This just is not going well. Alright. At the 30-minute mark. Alright, okay. Good grief. Okay, so yeah, these things tab into that little slot, like I said, just kind of like that. And then this assembly here plugs in back here. It's really easy to do. It's really hard to do on camera. I mean, I'm doing it at like almost arm length so that I can have the camera in there so you can try and see what I'm doing. But that is just not a reviewer friendly transformation. Not saying it's a bad transformation. I'm just saying it's not reviewer friendly there, for me anyway. All right, so you fold these little panels up, and these die-cast piece will plug into them like so. So up and plug in like so. All right, feet assembly is simple. Just rotate the foot down like so. This piece will come down and just kind of fill in that gap. This comes up, and you want to make sure it's rotated right. It doesn't have a place to really lock in, but if you watch this hinge here and play with it, you'll get it in there just fine. Then you take this assembly and it comes back. This will rotate around, and then you can take it and plug it into the back of the leg. Alright. Pull the arms down. Rotate the fist around. There you go. Arms down. Rotate the fist around or reattach it because it fell off during transformation. There we go. Plug the head back on. Flip this out. Flip this out. And all right, there you go. Whoo, doggy. All right, these will rotate back around. So they're now in jeopardy of being popped off again. All right, so here we go. I think it's a great figure. I like the way it looks. I like the way it transforms. It's hard to do it on camera, and it's got a few points that it's like they could have refined a little bit better. I know I didn't do the best at getting it into car mode, but it is what it is. I think he's great. Plastic quality is good. He's one of those you have to invest your time to be able to transform him. But I think he just looks really, really good. Now here comes my biggest issue with him. He's taller than Optimus Prime. I don't like that at all. Here he is with an MP car. I don't like that at all. Now, I know the Japanese cartoon, from what I hear, had him same size of Optimus Prime, and that's great. You know, so they made it for you guys. That's great. For me, I would have preferred him, you know, maybe a head taller than a regular MP car. That's where I would like him myself. So that's personal preference when it comes to scale. I want a car the same size as a truck. Might not work for some people, but it works for others. For me, he's not a leader. He's never been a leader like Optimus or Rodimus. So I think he's too big. But at the same time, he looks great. I really like him. I do recommend him if you have some patience with that transformation. And I think for a rating, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. He's losing a point because of his size. for me. And he's losing a point because of his transformation could be refined a little bit better. Outside of those two issues, those two little bit of an issues, which might not be an issue for some people. Some people really love intricate transformations, and some people really want him to be MP10 size. Without those two issues, though, I think he's pretty damn perfect. I really do like him. And you guys know me. You know how when a transformer is a pain in the ass to transform, I typically get pissed off at it and say this is a shit figure. This is not the case here, because Make Toys is doing their usual thing of making things a little bit too complicated, but in a figure this size, it works. When they put it in a figure the size of like this, then I hate it, because it's like, no, that does not work, because it's too small for that kind of intricacy. But for this, it's enjoyable. It is enjoyable. It's a little frustrating to do on camera, though. So the next time you guys are transforming and you're like, you know what? These reviewers, they don't know what they're talking about. Transform the figure at arm length like this while trying to keep on camera view. Okay? So get a camera set up. Put one arm around the camera, and then the other arm, put your body behind the camera, arm length away, trying to keep this guy in screen. Give it a try. Just see how that feels. See how you like that. All right, so let's get into the actual part that most of you are here for, and that's the giveaway. So today we've got a new tub. It's a pitcher. I wanted something clear that you can see, and someone was telling me that they want to see me shake the container. All right, so here are the tickets. David A. bought 2. Eric R. bought 2. I believe he bought 2 more later. Norris H. bought 2. Norbert C. bought 2. MP Collector bought 2. I don't know if you guys are seeing these. Timothy E. bought 2. Sammy T. got 2. Todd M. got 4. Scott B. got 2. Lewis C. got 3. Arvin A. got 2. Eddie R. got 2. Kev K. got 2. I'm sorry if I botched your name here, but Yoji A. got 1. And John L. got 2. Put on a lid. Alright, and the winner of the Make Toys Chrome Dome figure is Kev K. Congratulations, you have won Chrome Dome. Kev K. I'm going to put this right here. Now, Kev, like I said, if you want a new box, you email me right away so I can email TF Source right away and see if we can get a replacement. And then, depending on how that goes, get it shipped out as soon as I can at that point. If you don't care about the box, I'll get this shipped out. Let's see, today's Friday night. So I will get this shipped out probably Monday morning is my guess. So yeah, there you go. Make Toys Chrome Dome. I like it. It's too big, but I like it. Transformations is intricate. It's fun. If you don't have a camera in between your arms, just remember that.